Hey y'all, well I haven't made an update in a while, so let me run y'all back the last couple of weeks. I was posted up in Coconut Grove, bought a bicycle, I got my DoorDash together, I went and got a job, called me in for an interview at like 11, and at the interview they're like, when can you start? And I'm like, well, what time is it? And I started that day, and then they scheduled me the next 3 days in a row. This was 2 days ago. Last night, I get home, or I get back to where I leave the dinghy after work, and everything is just covered in like dew and condensation. Like the dock, the dinghy, everything. The motor wouldn't start. So I got off work at like 2:30. Didn't get back onto the boat because I had to row like 2 miles. Didn't get back on the boat until about 7 a.m. and I was scheduled to work at 11. So I pretty much told them like I gotta get off the schedule for a week. So yesterday, I get up around 2, and there is this crazy squall going on with super heavy winds. So heavy that my dinghy that was tied up on the back blew upside down with the motor still attached to it. Everything that was in the dinghy, I think like it was a life jacket, and I had a little turkey baster I was using to bail water out of it. All of that gone. So today I'm moving north to Aventura and Sunny Isles, which I really like that area, but it's kind of a pain in the ass to get to. There's like a bunch of bridges between here and there. We're going to try and buy a new outboard motor that is a little bit less of a weed whacker engine and a little bit more of a purpose-built motor. The one I'm looking at is an Evinrude 4 horsepower. They're asking $150 for it. And I'm going to try and buy that and see if that's not a little bit more reliable and won't die all the time. The old motor I had, I'd be anchored, let's say, a mile out, and I'd go half a mile, and it would just die in the middle as soon as it caught some swell. I got some other interviews coming up. One is with Seafair Events, which is like this big mega yacht that they keep downtown. I don't know if they take it anywhere. I think they just do events on it. Because I'm in Miami, I've been watching a lot of Burn Notice. Inspired me to buy a bunch of Yoplait yogurt. No sponsorships or anything, although if Yoplait wants to send me money or a bunch of yogurt, I'll eat it or spend it. I am for sale at the moment. I definitely left my bicycle like up in the tree line. Hang on a second, that's something weird. We got something floating out here and I want to see what it is. Just on the off chance that it's my motor, although I don't think my motor would float. It's probably just like a crab trap buoy, but it's a suspicious color and shape. What is that? That is a sandal. We have found a single sandal floating. Oh, there's something else. There's all kinds of shit floating out here today. Is that the other sandal? That might be the other sandal. I might have found a pair of sandals. Yes, I absolutely did. We're gonna save these sandals. All right. The ocean giveth and the ocean doth taketh away. Let's go get a boat hook going. Had to drop the dinghy in the water to go get them, but whatever. Only took a few minutes. It does look like we've had some more weather coming up on the horizon though. That's downtown Miami right there. This is the Causeway Bridge that we're about to go under. And I believe we've got 3 or 4 bridges to get where I'm going. And one of them in particular, the Venetian Causeway Bridge, is a huge pain in the ass every time I've had to cross it. It doesn't matter if I get there like on the hour, on the 15 minutes, on the half hour. It doesn't matter what it is, they want to make my ass wait for an hour and a half. There's a hat down there, but I don't think I'm going to take the time to go collect that one. A whole lot of people's shit, it seems, blew off in the storm. And it looks like there may be another one coming up here. So if it starts getting crazy, I'm probably just gonna have to find a place to throw out the anchor and ride it out. And now, of course, it's raining. So that one up there is going to be the Venetian Causeway. Theoretically, it's supposed to open at noon.
Got real lucky and some people were already waiting for probably 20 or 30 minutes on the other side.
JFK Causeway Bridge, JFK Causeway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Wave 2 headed northbound, requesting your next opening, over.
Oh yeah, well fuck you, Wave 2. I'm not going to respond to you at all. We like to be referred to as West 79th Street Bridge, so until you say that, fuck you.
Broad Causeway Bridge, Broad Causeway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Wave 2 headed northbound, requesting your next opening, over.
Well, fuck you, Wave 2, because we're doing maintenance and we're not really answering the radio right now. We don't give a shit that you're trying to shoot a video and look all cool on the internet. You should have been filming when the 6 other people before you called in to open the bridge 10 minutes ago.
Broad Causeway Bridge, Broad Causeway Bridge. This is sailing vessel Wave 2 headed northbound. How copy, over?
Broad Causeway copy. I'll be going up in about 15 seconds. You don't make it, next opening will be quarter to 1:45, Captain.
I'll make it. I'm putting the hammer down.
Have a wonderful day. Okay, Captain. You too. Thank you. Broad Causeway. This is Anchor Management. Appreciate the opening. Have a good rest of your day. You're welcome, Captain. You too. Thank you.
I copy. Copy, starboard to starboard, moving in. Broad Causeway, I am entering the fenders in about 20 seconds. Causeway. I appreciate you holding the door for me. You have a great rest of your day.
You're welcome, Captain. You too. Thank you.
Let's go! On target. We might be able to buy that motherfucker today.
As it turned out, I would not be able to buy that motherfucker today. As it turned out, I was going to Arch Creek East and not Aventura. But once I had posted up in the right place, I then had to get to that interview on the Seafair Mega Yacht. So I took a bus and walked through this little market, and then through Bayshore Park, and finally onto the boat. There's a bathroom down here I changed clothes in, or I wouldn't be going anywhere. While we watched the seaplane land, I'll tell you that I went back after the interview, rode a couple of miles after dark, and bought this Evinrude 4-horsepower motor for about 150 bucks. Thing is, it needs an external fuel tank, and on my way to Walmart, I blew a tire on my bike.
And we're gonna try and get a gas tank, and then we're gonna try and fire this puppy up. I also need, I also got to get some oil, because apparently you got to mix oil in the gasoline for these things. So we're going to go get oil, and we're going to go get a gas tank, and we're going to fill up the gas tank and put some oil in it. And we're going to hope that this thing runs, because I really don't want to row back against these swells, because this shit is like, I don't know, it's probably only like 3 feet, maybe 4. But when you're at its level and you're sitting down, it's kind of like almost up to my head on the big ones. So that's what's going on, and we're really hoping that we've got propulsion today.
Got this gas tank on Facebook Marketplace. Both sides of the fitting, you discover has a huge hole in it. Thankfully, the guy who sold it to me had another one, and he swapped them out for me. He's one of my new neighbors. So then I went back to the crookery and bought some new fittings for this new gas tank, and then I got the whole thing going. Joy would be pretty short-lived though, because while I filled all these water jugs up, well, I don't really want to do the whole thing in voiceover, so sorry about the audio.
Shit. So that was an example of a little problem becoming a big problem. And so I let my little tow line on the dinghy fall into the water somehow. I wasn't paying attention or whatever. And I fouled the prop. And in the process of unfouling the prop on the dinghy, mind you, I was carrying back a whole bunch of water and I had a whole shitload of weight in the dinghy. It started taking on water over the side. And it filled up. I'm going to show you how far it filled up. Like, it is full of water. And hopefully my cell phone survives. But, holy damn. Alright, I gotta go bail all the water out of the dinghy. So, I'm gonna use this diaphragm pump I got over here to bail all the water out of the dinghy before I try and do much else with it. So, I guess when the dinghy flooded yesterday, I must have gotten water into the tank, because the motor just kind of sputtered and died like halfway out there. So I don't have any tools with me now. I'm gonna have to go and fetch me a screwdriver from somewhere. I think I'm just gonna go buy a cheap screwdriver somewhere and see if we can't get it going with fresh gas. I'm pretty sure that gas is contaminated, so now I gotta find a place to get rid of that. Maybe one of these marinas along here will have like a spot, because this can't be a unique problem. So yeah, that's what we're doing. I don't even have shoes, but yeah, dinghy's locked up. I was bringing my laundry. I left my laundry on a little island over there that I paddled over to so that I could like row into the dock, fix the motor problem. Alright, so by the end of the day, we ended up getting the motor running. Dried it out. It had contaminated fuel in it from when I flooded the dinghy yesterday. And so now we're going back to the dinghy. I've got my laundry done, and now it's a quick ruck march back to the dinghy and then back to the boat